America's supposed to be a free country, but freedom ain't so free, or is it? Why do you need over 20 guns in a household? Your own house is a war zone if you have military type weapons in your house. Let's go ahead and check out this 13-year-old that was arrested along with 23 guns seized in his parents' home. And he made a school threat to shoot and kill. Let's go ahead and check it out.
To Washington now, where police say they seized 23 guns from the home of a 13-year-old who appeared to be fixated on school shooters. Police arrested the teen after finding some disturbing social media posts. Yesterday, he pleaded not guilty to charges of unlawful firearms possession and making a threat. Let's go to CBS News reporter Andres Gutierrez covering the story for us. Andres, what did deputies find and why did they act so quickly?
Well, Elizabeth, a possible tragedy was averted all because someone saw something and said something. Let's take you back to Friday. That's when Pierce County Sheriff deputies received a tip that a 13-year-old was online making threats that he had guns. About 12 hours later at 1 a.m. Saturday, SWAT members showed up to the kid's house.
1 a.m. in the morning, the SWAT team. That's pretty serious. And see, people are stupid for going to social media and telling all their business. Social media is like a soft outlet for, this is like beta behavior. People are using social media to tell everything. And then they get them on their own selves in trouble because you done broadcasted all your plans. Instead of just keeping it to yourself and then just acting on your plans, you run to social media before you act the plan out. Not very smart. So the feds are on social media all the time. Like there's people that are hired to look at suspicious threats and activity on all platforms of social media. Especially if it's public. Somebody's going to see it. Somebody's family or relative of law enforcement, they're going to take action. People are just stupid, man.
In Parkland, Washington, inside, deputies found 23 weapons. You could see them right there on your screen. 8 handguns, 2 shotguns, and the rest of them semi-automatic rifles.
Military-grade weapons. Perhaps he had a love of Call of Duty and he wanted to bring out the action in real world. I don't know.
Some of them were in a safe, but many, according to authorities, were out in the open, mounted on walls or left around the house. As you can imagine, there were also several boxes of ammo. And here is the disturbing bit. They also found loaded magazines inscribed with references to the Columbine massacre on them.
I mean, that's a nice collection of weapons, but why do you need that in a residence? I mean, that's something you keep. Basically, his house was a bunker. His parents' home was a bunker.
This was allegedly found inside the teen's go bag. Investigators say the teen had also posted photos of himself holding guns online and posted on Telegram, quote, "When I turn 21, I'm going to kill people." He was also fixated on attacks like the 2017 Charleston church shooting and the 2022 school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. Deputies believed it was only a matter of time unless they intervened.
Yeah.
Enough writings.
It's always in a nice neighborhood. Have you noticed that? It's always people that come from well-off families, but it's well-off on the outside. You don't know what goes on inside the house. When you see these nice neighborhoods, a lot of times these neighborhoods are filled with toxic families. So it's toxicity at best. They may be well off, well invested, might have some investments on the side, but they're toxic.
From that suspect that would conclude essentially some harm was going to be coming to individuals.
And now, while this boy did reference school shootings online, investigators say he did not have plans to attack a specific school. Get this, he actually himself has not been inside a school building since 2021, since he was 9 years old. He's been homeschooled since then. Right now, he is sitting inside a juvenile detention center there in Washington State after, as you said, he made his first court appearance yesterday afternoon. He will be back in front of a judge for a detention review, is what they call it, later this month.
I mean, he's under 18, so there's not much that's going to happen to this kid, being that he's only 13. But his parents, I think, are going to get some charges against them too because, you know, just for having all those weapons. So this seems like a case of depression and boredom. When the rich kids get bored, they start doing stupid shit. They doing drugs. They bringing guns to school. Whatever, man.
Andres, just listening to the details of this case and looking at just the arsenal that this 13-year-old kid had, you got to wonder, how did he purchase those weapons? I mean, what about the parents and safe storage? Could they also be charged in this?
Well, right now, they're looking into this, Elizabeth. It's all under review. I did talk to the sheriff deputy that you heard from moments ago. I talked to her this afternoon, and she ended up telling me that social media posts from the teen would suggest that he did have access to the gun safes, and he posted images of the safe open with the weapons that he was holding at the time that photo was taken. And so there is state law there in Washington that parents can be charged after the fact if the minor gets to a gun and it ends up leading to harm or a credible threat. And there are around the country other rules that vary from state to state, that some states require locks at any time that a gun isn't under control, and others only end up penalizing the parents if the child actually gets a hold of one. So for right now, the parents in this case, they're still out and about. They probably have lawyered up by now. Investigators continue to talk with them. I did talk to the prosecutor's office this afternoon, and they are at this point awaiting for the case file to be sent over to them so they can review a complete review and figure out whether or not the parents will in fact be charged or not in this particular.
It's always the parents that are gone out of town all the time too, where the kids get a hold of the goodies. They bring it out to light. Next thing you know, everybody's in trouble. This is Kyle Veo. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.